A huge thank you to everyone who's continued to support my work on Talk Beliefs. I now have a Patreon campaign where all contributions go towards the cost of travel, audio and video equipment, and fees to religious events that I fully intend to continue to infiltrate. Thank you. Yep, even on a Sunday, you'll get people out in the street with pamphlets. Usually you can tell where they're from. Usually it's a Christian church. Sometimes you will get very obvious Muslims or some other faith. You'd think there wouldn't be any at all on a Sunday. No Christians anyway. But it seems that straight after their church service, they come out and want people to know what they know, discover what they have discovered. But I've never yet found anyone who actually has discovered anything. Nothing demonstrable anyway. Oh, where are you from?
I'm from Romania.
Romania. Oh, so this is a Christian tract, is it?
Yeah.
What does that mean, revival movement? Something needs reviving.
Yeah, something like that. What about if we're gonna die in this night?
Yeah.
And all the things with Bible, it was just an illusion.
Yeah.
We're gonna be the same. I don't have nothing to lose. I'm a Christian.
Yeah.
But what about in this night we're gonna die, and all the story with Bible is true?
Nobody can possibly know.
There is somebody who knows, sir.
What if you were to die tonight?
Yeah.
And what if the Muslims were correct? Shouldn't you?
Sir, I don't have nothing to lose.
So you should become a follower of Islam, just in case it's true.
But sir, our Bible, Christian Bible, said just through Jesus we can go to God.
Yeah, but that's the Bible.
Yeah.
The Quran says something completely different. And it also says Jesus was a prophet, but not divine.
Yeah, in the Quran, yeah.
Yeah.
But I don't know, I feel that, sir. I feel that. I feel that I belong to Jesus.
Why do you feel that? When did that feeling first happen?
I don't know exactly how to explain it, sir. It's very hard for me to explain in Romanian language, otherwise in English. But I just feel that, sir.
Were you born into a Christian family, or?
No. I just come to Jesus.
How did it happen?
It was some friends in Romania, Christian friends. They tried to speak with me about Jesus, and they said, yeah, okay, probably it's there, but it's not here. To see all my problems, to see all my... I don't have nothing to work, I don't have a job, I don't have a wife, I don't have nothing.
Yeah.
So they said, okay, take one of these and try to read the Bible.
Yeah.
And some nights, I would start to read the Bible. I was so a sin guy, let's say like that. A lot of problems. I watch bad movies, I do bad things. Mm-hmm. I do a lot of bad things. And I start to read the Bible.
Yeah.
And then I realized it was somebody on the cross who died for me. Mm. And I start to believe. And I start to go to church.
Yeah.
And the guys start to pray for me. And I read again and again and again the Bible.
Yeah.
And I just realized it's somebody there who really loves me.
But you realize that is just a claim that the book makes, that somebody died. Maybe somebody did die on the cross. I mean, the Romans did that quite a lot to people they didn't like.
That's true.
But the idea that you're a sinful person and there needs to be a sacrifice and only this God can do it, and even the fact that there is a God, that's all just a claim in a book. And a lot of religious people on earth have claims about divine figures.
Yeah, that's true.
So how do you know?
That's true. Sir, I don't know. I just feel that. I just feel that. I don't really...
You feel that it's true?
Yeah. I just feel this is it's a good thing. This is the truth. There is a God who loves me. There is a guy, his name is Jesus, who died for me, for all my sin. And he says in my Bible, go in the street and speak with people about me. This is my mission.
How do you know that wasn't you deciding yourself to A, change your life, and B, to go out in the street?
Sir, it didn't was me, because first time when I started to go to church, this has not happened to me. I just go to church and okay, that's it. Sunday, that's it.
Nobody forced you to do these things?
Nobody, sir. Nobody.
So you could say that you decided all these things?
He decided for me, because in the Bible said, I choose you.
Yeah.
He already chose us, like you, sir.
But all these people around you, there's hundreds of people in this shopping street.
Yeah.
And I bet not every single one of them has had the same experience you had. Why would God choose you and not choose everyone? It's not fair.
Sir, Jesus chose everybody, but we must do something. If you know what I mean. There is a lot of, I don't know, in the shop there is a lot of things, something to eat. You just must to go and pick up a thing.
Yeah.
Like Jesus, on my car I have a ad and said, Jesus loves you, but I'm his favorite. It's not really true that, because he loves us in the same, you know what I mean? But you just feel that, and if you start to read the Bible, you already done it probably, you know.
You know what I've always wondered about? You know, in the, like, say, South America, places like that, there are some tribes of very primitive people that live very deep in the jungle.
Yeah.
They have never heard for hundreds, thousands of years, they've never heard about Christianity.
That's true, sir.
So where did they figure in this whole scheme of things?
Our mission is to go on the whole world and to speak with people about God. If he cannot not do that, God, he gonna judge you. How to explain it? So I know the truth. I know the Bible. I know the Jesus. I know the God. He gonna judge me in one way. The guy, another guy, let's say, I don't know, a guy on the street who already hear about Jesus, but he don't believe that, he gonna be judged another way, like me.
Yeah.
So the third part is gonna be some guys, probably over there, nobody go there and says, okay, it was the guy, Jesus, he died for you.
Yeah.
He gonna be judged for, not like me, because I already knew about Jesus, not like you.
Okay.
I don't know exactly how to explain you, but you know what I'm saying, you know.
But what do you think would have happened to those tribes, like I
Yeah.
spoke about, in, say, Jesus' time or before Jesus' time?
Yeah.
Would they go to hell because they have these other animist and pagan practices? Or?
Sir, probably they don't go to hell because it was nobody there to speak about Jesus.
Weren't always able to travel the world. They didn't even know about South America, let alone the tribes.
Sir, yes, that's true.
Deep in the jungle,
but
so.
Jesus says another thing: if you know about me, and if you don't follow me, we'll be bad. We'll be bad.
Sounds a bit like a dictator's claim, edict.
No, not really, sir. It's your decision.
Yeah.
It's your decision. It's not my decision or your wife's decision or your parents' decision. It's exactly your decision.
Yeah.
I just married with a Christian. It was her decision.
Yeah.
It was my decision, and now it's our decision to be in the street and to do a lot of things for God.
Yeah. Have you looked into whether Jesus actually existed? Any of the claims he made were true? Any of the Bible's claims? Have you really looked into it?
No. I just look straight away in the Bible.
So you just accept what the Bible says?
Yes, everything, sir.
Is that a good idea?
It was a very good idea for me, sir.
Yeah.
I cannot, for me it was a very good idea because he changed my life. Probably, if you want to search something else, yeah, Jesus said, okay, it was your opinion.
Yeah.
Jesus doesn't not will become to you and say, okay, you must follow me. Come on, you must follow me.
Yeah.
It's your decision. And if you want to follow Jesus, then he will catch you.
Yeah.
He will catch you, and you're gonna be with him.
Yeah.
But this is your decision, sir.
Do you think when you became a Christian, first you weren't, then you were,
Yeah.
Do you think if, for instance, some Mormons came to your door,
Yeah.
gave you the Book of Mormon, which is supposed to be another testament of Jesus Christ,
Yeah.
but, it's a whole different take on it. Do you think right now, if that book had felt good to you, you would be a Mormon right now? A lot of people convert to Mormonism. because they like what the Book of Mormon says.
I don't think so.
But you said you just go by feelings.
Yeah, so I just feel about the Bible. This is the truth.
Yeah.
So everybody can come to me and give me a Mormon book or I don't know, a Quran
Yeah.
or something like that. I already know the truth, sir. I'm from Romania, and if somebody come to me and said, "Okay, you're from Italy," I said, "Okay, if you think I'm from Italy, yeah, I'm from Italy." Somebody come to me, "You're from Spain. You look like a Spanish." If you say so, but I know the truth. I'm a Romanian guy.
Yeah.
I belong to Jesus. So
I think Romania is a Catholic country, isn't it?
it's a Christian country. It's a Christian country.
Christian country.
Yeah.
Oh.
80% is Christian country, 20% it's a Catholic country.
Okay.
It's not very far away from Italy, so Italy it's a Catholic country.
Do you think if you grew up in a if you grew up in a Muslim country, that maybe you'd be a Muslim now?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And you might be out here with little tracts saying why Allah is true and
That's true. But somebody comes to me and he told me about Jesus.
that doesn't happen to everyone.
Yeah, that's true, but that's why we are here. Sir, that's why you are here.
Yeah.
To hear about God. My English is not so great, but
No, it's very good.
thank you.
Yeah.
So,
No, the only reason I'm asking because a lot of people will say the same thing to me, and they'll just say, like the Mormons,
Yeah.
you'll see the missionaries, and they say, I know it's real because it feels right. I prayed to know if the Book of Mormon was true, and I got a good feeling in my chest, they will say.
yeah.
And their whole lives are dedicated to that feeling.
Yeah, that's true. If you are born, let's say, Muslim,
Yeah.
you're gonna grow up with this, and your parents
Yeah.
will try to focus you on that.
Yeah.
It was the same story with everybody. You hear about Jesus,
Yeah.
and you want to accept Him. He will catch you, sir.
Yeah.
But just if you want to accept Him. So
It's up to you, really, isn't it?
exactly.
Yeah.
It's up to you.
So your life is, you think it's a lot better now?
A lot better.
Yeah.
I see in every single thing, I'm a very blessed man.
Yeah. And do you think people like me who don't believe I'm more likely to go off the rails, do bad things, get involved in, I don't know, crime and drugs? And do you think that's more likely? Because I'm not that sort of person.
Sir, I just told you, it's your decision.
Yeah.
It's your decision. I was a very bad guy. It was my decision. I tried to do all the good things. My decision. After I start to follow Jesus,
Yeah.
Jesus says in the Bible, first you must follow me, then all the blessing I will give to you. After I do this thing, I just married with a lovely woman.
Yeah.
I have a lovely son,
Yeah.
and we try to do a lot of things.
Yeah.
We are not rich people. We are very poor people, but we like to share. If you have something, okay, we try to share with people who don't have too many opportunities.
Yeah.
If I have, I don't know, let's say 500 pounds,
Yeah.
I must to share this money. First, I must to pay my bills, and probably I have 200. This 200, I must to share with people, because this money that doesn't belong to me. And this night, I'm gonna go there. What's gonna happen with all my money?
Is the Bible actually teaching you to do these good things? Do you think without it you wouldn't do these good things? Are you doing it because you're being commanded, in other words?
That's true.
Well, I think I do good things, but I'm not doing it because there's a book telling me to. I'm doing good things because it needs to be done.
Sir, you're doing good things because somewhere in the bottom of your heart,
Yeah.
you are a Christian.
Would that also apply to Muslims and Hindus then?
Yeah.
They're Christians.
Yeah.
They're actually Christians.
Exactly.
And even before Christianity existed, there must have been, well, obviously there were good people. There's always been good people and bad people.
That's true. But I think everybody who it was designed to look like God. In my mind.
Yeah.
So everybody have that feeling in the bottom of the heart.
Yeah.
But they just must to accept Jesus.
There is a Bible verse, I think it's one of the Psalms. It says the person who does not believe in God is a fool and can do no good thing. So the Bible seems to say, at least there, that somebody who doesn't believe can never do a good thing.
Probably.
Yeah.
So,
So atheists are all evil.
yeah, because this is what Bible said. You cannot, the Bible said, you cannot work for two companies. You cannot work for, I don't know, for BMW,
Yeah.
and then to work for Audi. You cannot do that.
Yeah.
So you cannot be served. Today I serve God, tomorrow I will serve
Man.
the devil.
Or the devil, yes.
Exactly. Somewhere in your heart, some company you love more. Oh, I love BMW. Oh, I love the devil. No. I love Jesus. I work for only one company. I work for only one company.
Okay. Well, it sounds to me that you like being a good person, which is great.
Yeah.
I think that's really all that it is. That if you want to follow the Bible, I mean, fine. But I just personally, I'm saying I don't think you need to. I think you're a good person anyway.
Thank you.
Yes, and me too.
You are.
Thank you, my friend.
Sir, thank
All
you
right.
so much.
See you later. Thank you. Yeah, you get that a lot. I get people from poorer countries who found God, and it gives them hope, which is fine. But I'm concerned about, is it true or not? What is true? And it may help them along the path to doing good things and all that, being charitable. That's fine. But as I said, I think he was a good person anyway. But the problem is, when some people do step into those religions, they also take on board some of their more unpleasant aspects, like condemning of homosexuals, treating women like second-class citizens, looking down on people who are not part of your particular cult, that kind of thing. What interests me is these converts, people who say they weren't Christians and then became, why they decided to join, why they actually decided this is right for me. And time and again, it seems to come down to feelings. You know, it feels good, so that's fine. That works for me. That's what they say. And when I asked him point blank, you know, have you looked into the claims of the Bible to see if they're true or not, to verify them, he said no. Why should they? If it feels good. And I guess for them, that's all that matters.